What's up, guys? It's Daniel here from Daniel Texans. It's a predicted lineup: Chelsea versus Crystal Palace in the first Premier League predicted lineup of the season. Let's get into my lineup. So in goal, it's going to be Edouard Mendy. I mean, I know he came off for the penalty shootout. Kepa played fantastically well in the shootout. He saved us, won us the game pretty much. And I think it will be Edouard Mendy in goal, even though Kepa came on for the shootout. Right centre-back, Azpilicueta. He came on in the game for the more experienced player, and he dispatched his penalty very well. I think he will be playing at right centre-back above Kurt Zouma, I think. Now, even though Zouma, I think, was okay in the game with his long-range passing, I think was very good. I think Azpilicueta will come in. Central centre-back, I'm going to go with Andreas Christensen. I think he was a bit shaky when he came on, but I think he'd get used to it when he just gets more match sharpness into him, even though it would be taken over from Chalobah, who I think was Chelsea's best player, apart from Kepa and Hakim Ziyech, on Wednesday. Left centre-back, Tony Rudiger. He dispatched his penalty fantastically well on Wednesday night, and I think he was the second best defender behind Trevor Chalobah. Right wing back, I'm going to go with Reece James. I think he'll be playing at right wing back, even though he didn't really play in the Super Cup. I think he'll be playing in this game because I think the training sessions will build up his fitness before the game against Palace. The two in the midfield, I'm going to go with N'Golo Kante and Jorginho. Jorginho, I thought, should have come on for Kovacic in the game on Wednesday, but he brought off Kante, maybe just because he wants to try and manage Kante getting back to fitness, because I was a bit iffy with him because the day before the game against Villarreal, Kante went down the tunnel and everyone was a bit iffy. Oh, is he going to be injured? Is he going to be playing? But it looks like he's alright, and that's why probably Tuchel brought him off early to bring on Jorginho and kept on Kovacic for the whole 120 minutes. Left wing back Ben Chilwell, I think he'll be playing at left wing back, even though he hasn't really played a proper game in 2 months since the Champions League final. He didn't play any minutes for England. He was just there to fill up the numbers, really, and he didn't play against Villarreal on Wednesday, so I'm hoping he starts. Even though Alonso I thought was fantastic against Villarreal, I think he'll start Ben Chilwell. The front three, Mason Mount, he dispatched his penalty well, and he just didn't really get involved in the game. He had a chance in the game, but that's the only thing I think he did. Left cam, Timo Werner, the only thing he did, he had a chance well in the first few minutes, and I think he was pretty isolated after that moment, and he got brought off for Mount late in the game. Then up front, Kai Havertz, even though he did miss his penalty, I thought he was very, very good. And of course, we can't play Ziyech because he's got the dislocated shoulder. Let's get onto the Crystal Palace side of things. So our opponents, Crystal Palace, they've got a new manager in Patrick Viera, of course, the former Arsenal midfielder, and he used to be manager of New York City and Nice, and those two jobs didn't end well for him as they both got the sack after doing really poorly as their manager. But I think this will be different for Crystal Palace and him, because they brought in a few fantastic young players like Michael Olise from Reading, who was a fantastic signing, but at the moment he's injured, so they had to try and get their age down in their squad because they had a load of players over 30, and luckily they've all been released, and they've still got building more players as youngsters. They brought in Mark Guehi, they bought from Chelsea for £20 million, and they bought Conor Gallagher in on loan, which I think is a fantastic signing, but of course he won't be playing this game as it's against his club Chelsea. I'm going to be a bit worried about Mark Guehi at the moment because he's fantastic. He's had a few fantastic games for Chelsea. I know he didn't play that many. He played about 3, but he was fantastic in every single one. I was at his first game against Grimsby. He made a fantastic run and he's had some good long-range passes. I'm surprised Tuchel didn't want to keep him, but I think he only had 1 year left on his contract, and Chelsea tried to get every little last penny out of him. And the dangerous players is Wilfred Zaha and Christian Benteke, who were both on the score sheet last time out when they beat Watford 3-1. With 2 goals from Wilfred Zaha and 1 goal from Christian Benteke. My score prediction for this game, I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Chelsea. I think we can get the win. I'm going to go with the goal from Money Mace and a goal from Reece James. I don't think you're expecting a Reece James goal, but I think he will get the goal. It's going to be a tough game against Palace because I think they'll just try and sit back against Chelsea. With all the lower teams below the top 10, always do that when they come to play against Tuchel's Chelsea. So guys, thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. See ya!